The universe emerges, hot pink and cool cyan, the retroactive and misremembered color palette of the 1980s. The hot color for a hot war purposefully forgotten, and the cool color for the Cold War soon to end, washed out and desaturated with imperialist victory, a nationalist brainjacking, a coma dream for the population, play-acted and propagandized by business interests with no flag, no color but the color of money. It's all a game, and you, the people, are the pawns. You don't choose the moves that you make, only your feelings about them. Do you like hurting other people? Killing people is not easy. First, you have to decide to kill someone. You have to weigh your desire for someone to not exist anymore with the moral consideration that this is murder, an act traditionally frowned upon by major religions, enormous government institutions, and Mr. Rogers. Are you absolutely certain you will not regret this? What would Mr. Rogers say? Second, you have to physically do it, which requires some stretching beforehand. Everyone always forgets to stretch. There is nothing more haunting than a nightmare, not because of its kaleidoscopic psychedelic imagery, but because it is coming from yourself. A demon has not possessed you, a drug has not tainted you. Your mind concluded that what you need right now is to confront your insecurities. And you always, always, always fail. After you fail, the dream takes over and creeps through your central nervous system, taking refuge in the real world, a hitchhiker that crawled into you without permission. What will your name be today? Do you even want to have a name? Who would not wish to be Rufus? Maybe your pattern recognition brain software needs a driver update, but this looks less of a smear of blood and more like a symbol. Oh well. Let's not give random acts of the universe too much personification. Time to hurt other people. What a thing, to learn to crawl as an infant and then to have it be the final death motion. You did this to him. Maybe he wanted to dance instead. Wouldn't that be great? Dying while dancing? There is a magnificent soundtrack for it. Hey, I did not give you permission to hurl ramen noodles. A convenience store after midnight shifts into another world. Nobody is there but the late shift employees, exactly one other regular customer besides yourself, and one police officer who searches the aisles, hunting not for Twinkies and soft pretzels, but for someone to look at him cockeyed enough as an excuse for state-sanctioned harassment. A convenience store after midnight is dangerous, and that is a sizable slice of the fun. Congratulations on not killing the clerk. There's this again. You think this is meaningful, or are you too busy hurting other people to care? Why are you here? Are you here to write your own story? Are you here to enjoy the thrill? Are you here to see the graphic catastrophe of blood, blood, blood? If there is one detail you know about your enemies, it is that they are all bald and all white. A video rental store. Now you know where you are. The past. The dream. The time when you needed to go places in order to do things, as opposed to modern-day couch-sitting and binge-watching. Don't you want to go somewhere? Don't you want to go somewhere with someone? It's 1989. George H.W. Bush has been in office for a few months, and everything is somehow worse. We need a new Jodie Foster to inspire a new generation of direct action. Ashes swirl around the nightmare, the crushed and broken bodies, now only cremated, now only ghosts. Hey, there's me. I'm much better looking than you. You should be sneaking around corners, treating your bloody adventure like a stealth game or like a puzzle, but the heart-pumping, rib-cage-exploding thrill of annihilating all these obsessive Miami Vice fans is too tempting for you. You're not doing this right. Aw, they form a heart. Why are you doing this? Does it matter? Maybe you prefer being a pawn. Nothing to think about. Nothing to question. The phone rings. You answer, and you do what the voice says. Isn't this easier than making decisions? All those endless choices about your life? What should I wear? Who should I vote for? What pizza topping should I choose? Mushrooms.
Are there some questions that are unanswerable? Are the questions themselves too dangerous? One such question with one such elusive answer is this: is the jacket from Drive cool or cringe? I posed this question on my Blue Sky account a few days ago, but I will conceal my conclusion until the end. The jacket from Drive is the white satin bomber jacket with a gold scorpion on the back. In the film, the driver only wears the jacket when it's time to work, time to get his hands dirty. To some, the jacket is reminiscent of souvenir jackets purchased in Japan and South Korea. To others, it is more akin to a professional racing jacket. Does wearing a jacket with an easily identifiable bright yellow scorpion make sense? Although the film Drive spends a fair amount of time leering and gazing at the scorpion in awe of its nigh supernatural golden power, its enduring popularity in the real world is more organic. Game developers, game enthusiasts, and non-gamers alike all love this jacket. Men, women, non-binary people, everyone buys this jacket for Halloween, for movie night, or whenever one must firmly state to the universe that they are a real human being. Its popularity is undeniable. Does this alone make it cool? Is popularity coolness, or does this popularity diminish its cool factor? Does the popularity crank the temperature up too much? Does its proliferation lose its secret handshake aura of cool? I have seen someone wear the Drive jacket in a movie theater at least twice by my recollection, but not to see Drive. Did these jacket aficionados wear this out on the town, or were these instances simply movie night? Because one thing I recall about both times is that they were at the movie theater alone. This was movie night, but not date night. I cannot help but conclude that the Drive jacket looks cool and is cool, but is not cool to wear in public. It's far too specific. The jacket from Drive is unmistakably the jacket from Drive. Nobody looks at my maroon leather jacket and says, "Is that the jacket from Fight Club?" It's not a replica jacket. It's just maroon. It looks a little like that, but not completely. But the jacket from Drive is different because it's just the jacket from Drive. The scorpion is too distinct for someone to be wearing the jacket from Drive without it screaming, "This is a costume!" Although the jacket's popularity is organic, wearing the jacket in public feels inorganic. In summation, the jacket is cool. Wearing it on Halloween or in private is cool. Wearing it under different circumstances in public is tragically cringe. Get yourself a white jacket without a yellow scorpion on the back.
None of this is happening. This is a game. A car battering rams itself into your world. Its lethal mission failed. Its occupants facing damnation at the end of a shotgun barrel. So many dead. And these white-suited doofuses and black-suited goofuses thought that they would be triumphant heroes who would end your massacre. For this arrogance, you make them burn. Dogs are innocent. They are only vicious if trained to be vicious by humans. Except this dog. Fuck this dog. A knife is not a particularly effective weapon for killing someone quickly, if at all. But in the dream world of Miami, you gleefully bleed out the white baldies. That doesn't mean you're tough, though. These guys would lose a fight to a styrofoam cup. Nothing like an arrow with the word go to make you think that your adventure is your final fight, or taking place on one of several streets of rage. This building has not one, but two Taoism rugs. Time to bring balance to the universe. Restroom floor. This could mean anything. Looks like it's only you and me left now. I'm sure you know by now that this won't end well. Soon you will be all alone, but that's okay. Before we say goodbye, I'll let you in on a secret. What you do from here on won't serve any purpose. You will never see the whole picture, and it's all your fault. Looks like your anonymous phone calls have been traced. Do you want answers or do you want blood? You may not be able to get both. You don't want to be this thing. You want to be Jacket. In the alternate dimension of this dream, a nightmare, the waking world shakes around you, blurring your vision, distorting your reality. Everything was so much better in the other dream. You were powerful there. Nothing could stop you. Now, when a police officer spots you, his orders mean something. His orders carry weight. You must do as he says or suffer the consequences. The consequences of not having a fun gun to fun kill the police officer. Escaped. What is the dream world and what is the real world anyway? These questions burn your brain because you're not that bright, are you? Time to dig through the trash, you piece of shit. Out of your horror-mobile. Here you go, a police station. Murdering police officers just like God intended. All cops are bastards. Isn't that what you always say? This is what they get for looking up from a magazine and restarting the hospital room escape. You think you're doing this because they are the violent enforcers of capitalism, but it's mostly the magazine thing. This is always more personal than political, isn't it? Russia and the United States went to war in 1985 over Hawaii, and following the end of the conflict, both superpowers agreed to a friendly relationship to prevent nuclear annihilation. The relationship is called the Russo-American Coalition. The hotline calls are intended to coerce people into murdering Russians, worsening relations between the two powers. That's what you would have discovered if you did better and picked the right questions. Do you want answers? Because no answer is as satisfying as the unknown, the void. The real answer to why you did this is something you have to answer for yourself. Nobody made you press play on the VCR. Thirsty for more humiliation, huh? Normal mode. I may be a chicken, but you're a chicken McNugget. You ever notice how bad you are at this? Where is the guy who could beat Mega Man 2 every Saturday morning? I'll tell you where he is. Dead. Can you follow the plot? Because Hotline Miami 2 actually expects you to pay attention. Jake here enjoys Hotline Miami because he's a right-wing reactionary who does what all right-wing reactionaries do when they uncritically consume media: misunderstand framing. Evan is a fan of the writing. Do you think that's you? Come on. Martin enjoys Hotline Miami because he loves graphic violence. Why do you love Hotline Miami? Is it for whatever you perceive to be the correct reason? Don't you just want to kill cops? The challenge has been upgraded from your previous bloody misadventure. There are more open areas and fewer corners to hide behind. If you want to play Hotline Miami 2, you have to feel it. How many times have you died here? Is this trial and error for you, or are you actually thinking about what to do next? Wow, look at all that blood. You love this game, and everyone who thinks Hotline Miami 2 is bad is spending too much time not vibing with it. Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number is a fantastic experience, and you're afraid to say so out of fear of getting intrusive comments from strangers. Grow up, kid. You know you love the sequel more. Just say it in the video. You don't want to think. You want to feel. You want to hear the music pulsate in rhythm with your own heart, you f***ing pussy. That's what you like about this game. That's what you like about all games. The avalanche of emotions. Feeling something always feels good, even if it's pain, even if it's agony or sadness. It's better than feeling numb all the time. Hotline Miami 2 does not give you the opportunity to feel numb. You must stay sharp if you want to progress. Look at the colors. Do you like connecting with other people?